Morning guys, we're back down at the boat again. Filthy weather, it's raining, it's really windy, yeah, torrential. I'm gonna pan around and show you the devastation here at Red Hill Marina.
That's party.
Wowza. So that was under floorboard in the living room. Look at that. So there has been signs before in the bedroom and in that corner of the living room of chewed cables. Not bad on the out cables. Is that plastic gloves? What is that?
Plastic bags.
Plastic bags. Look at that. Wowza.
Your foot might run out.
No. Need to start paying rent. They do. Oh, it's heavy. My goodness. Dirty little bastards.
Shake them now just to dress everything with a rust inhibitor. And as she gets down on her knees, she can spray it underneath the floor as well.
It's very watery.
It is, compared to the other one, it is, yes.
See how good this is then.
I've already used it, so
Oh, have you?
yes. So we're just going to do the whole floor like this, leave it, and then I'll come back one night in a week for an hour or so and red oxide it all. She's a good one, and very attractive too with that mask on. Luke, I am your father.
We're taking it back to the very beginning, just to show you the progress of what we've done. Taking the floor up, scraping red oxide in, insulating and boards back down. So on some of the clips here you'll see ash overboarding, so we did manage on some of the areas to put existing boards back down, but on some we couldn't salvage them, so we bought new boards and he's just fixing those back down. It'll make it look so much better once it's all done.
So I am sure that anybody that's worked or renovated houses, caravans, motorhomes, narrowboats, whatever you're actually doing, I'm sure that we have all been in the same, and I am in about the same boat, as you come on a weekend, you work all week, you come on a weekend and you say, right, I want to do this, this and this. And every weekend we've come, we've fallen short of that, and it's a little bit, it makes you feel as though you've failed in some way. Maybe we're setting the barrier too high, you know, in the amount of jobs that we're wanting to achieve, and we're falling short of that every time, virtually. We're in no rush, we're not, but it would be nice to set a few things and then get a tick at the end of it. Would then leave and travel home and think, excellent, you know, we've achieved something this weekend, we can actually see what we've done. But this weekend, and I think last weekend, we've come and we've done stuff, but you can't actually see what we've done. You can see that we've made more of a mess, but that's not a good thing. That's not what we want to be seeing, and I know that that's what we are going to be seeing for quite a few weeks. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's a project, and it is a project, I get that. And we are making a difference. We're just breaking too many eggs, you know, and yeah, literally, the whole boat's a mess now. I'll show you. So that is literally the power starting to deplete. But we have been told that we haven't got an awful lot of, I was going to say an awful lot of solar on the roof. There's 4 big solar panels, but apparently the power that they generate, coupled with the batteries that we've got, are not sufficient enough. But having said that, every weekend that we've been down, bearing in mind it's winter and there's not much sun to be had, every weekend that we've been down, on a Friday and a Saturday, all day Sunday, it's given us the power that we need. We're not asking a lot from it, just hoover, occasional power tools, things like that, and just on Sunday afternoon, evening time, it starts to fade. So the power going on and off, the lights going on and off there is obviously because I've got the hoover on and I'm just trying to clean up the bays. So my face is still filthy, so I apologise for that. So I'm just going to pan around and show you what we've been doing. It's been quite intense. For Ash especially, he's had to cut a channel on either side because that's where the pipe work and electrics are. Just so that we can get to the base. So I'm just going to pan it around and show you. Morning guys, we're back down at the boat again. It's Sunday the
Sunday-ish.
20th. something, middle of November. We'll show you what we did last night. Is that dirt on my face there?
You have to do something sometime. Not all down to me.
It looks like I've got moustache. What's that?
Your ginger moustache, though.
Edit. How rude. We'll show you what we got up to last night in the boat.
No, we won't. No,
In the
carry on.
gutter, always. Right, what was I going to say then?
What we're doing.
Yeah, what we did last night. I'll rephrase that. What we did last night. No, it's still gonna work-wise.
What work we did in the boat.
Ernie. My dad's gonna watch this.
Bless
I'll
him.
have to edit that out.
Right then, the next issue for us. We wanted to put a television stand here in between where that radiator was. There was a radiator there, and there was a radiator there as well. So 3 radiators on that wall. We wanted to put a little oak unit in there. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to take the radiators off completely. Move one to there. Have that as spare. Have that space free. And then on the opposite side of the room, there's room for the radiator I've took off to go there. So let's get this done now. Then it'll be home time.
So down at the marina, we do tend to go on a Friday night and a Saturday night. And they used to do a quiz, didn't they, on a Saturday? But
Bingo as well.
yeah, bingo, yeah. But they've not done it for quite a while. But the characters that go into the pub, you don't need the entertainment. You don't need the bingo. You don't need the quiz night. Just sit back with your drink and your salted peanuts, in my case, and you just people watch, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Lovely. Great bunch of people.
Yeah, great bunch of people, mad as hatters, absolutely. Yeah, but it is great fun. We like you said, we don't normally go to pubs, do we?
No.
We sit and watch people when we go to Spain, and we're doing exactly the same here. But the quiz night is fun. So it's Sunday morning. We've just come into the boat. We always discuss in the morning over breakfast what we're going to do for that day. But we've come in to find wet patches everywhere. So we're assuming that the wet patches are coming in from this window, even though there's no sign of wet on there at all. It's dry everywhere, but the floor is wet. This that we did yesterday is obviously coming in from the vent up on the roof, even though we have got the cap on there. So I think with that one, Ash is actually just making his way across. I think he's going to put some plastic sheeting above there and anchor it down with some wood or some little bricks or something. So that's that one. Yeah, so that's wet in there. Obviously coming in still from that window, which unfortunately we boarded and took from the outside, and we thought that we'd done that quite well, but you know, obviously not. So we might have to move all of that wood and address that again this morning. And then and we have had problems from this window, and Ash did take it out and seal it from the outside, but I'm assuming that that's leaking again. There's no end of water in there, so I think we're going to have to take this heat shield off there and just see how much water that's holding. And then this radiator, even though Ash has nipped it up and he's put this extra pipe on to try and hold any water that's wet through again, and there's even more water on the floor. So one of the jobs that we was going to do this morning was to attach the wet and dry vac to the radiators and suck all the water out in hopes to drain it all, and we was going to do that with the water tank in the front bedroom, elevate it and attach the hoover and suck the water out of that. But we're going to have to address these leaks first.